हेलो दोस्तों, बिगनर्स पॉइंट में आपका स्वागत है। और अब ये हम कर रहे हैं इडियम एंड फ्रेजेस। ठीक है, तो स्टार्ट करते हैं। एन इडियम इज एन एक्सप्रेशन whose meaning is not predictable from the usual meanings of its constituent elements, as kick the bucket or hang one's head, or from the general grammatical rules of the language, has the table round for the round table, and that is not a constituent of a larger expression of like characteristics. For example, the idioms at the 11th hour means at the last moment. 11th hour, at the 11th hour means at the last moment. In this example, idiom is quite different from of its meaning. डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन करते हैं, इसमें बताने कौन सा है। टू लूज फेस, इसका मतलब क्या हो जाएगा? टू बी ह्यूमिलेटेड। जॉन इज मोर अफ्रेड ऑफ लूजिंग फेस देन लूजिंग मनी। तो क्या हो जाएगा इसका आंसर? ई नन ऑफ द अबव। द रैंक एंड फाइल, द ऑर्डिनरी मेंबर्स ऑफ अ सोसाइटी। रैंक एंड फाइल यानी कि अलग थोड़े से, ordinary people, member of society, the ordinary members of a society. A brave officer is lived by the rank and file. To make a long face, to look depressed, to be short of money, नहीं हो जाएगा, गलत है। To make a gain that is legitimate, गलत है। To friendly with, गलत है। D आंसर इसका सही हो जाएगा। To make a long face, to look depressed. Example, after getting his result, he made a long face as he missed first division by 1 mark. In apple pie order, to change for the better, expose one's inner feelings to others, perfectly methodological मेथोडोकल अरेंजमेंट। सी आंसर इसका क्या हो जाएगा? सही हो जाएगा। एवरी आर्टिकल इन द मैगजीन शुड बी इन एन एप्पल पाई ऑर्डर। अब इसके करते हैं क्वेश्चन, ये थे एग्जाम्पल। टू फॉर्म एट द वन माउंट, क्या हो जाएगा? टू गेट वेरी एंग्री, इसका मतलब क्या है? टू गेट वेरी एंग्री। बी आंसर क्या हो जाएगा इसका? सही हो जाएगा। माई फादर गेट्स फॉर्म एट हिज माउथ व्हेन ही गेट्स टू नो दैट आई हैव नॉट बीन पास्ड इन द एग्जाम। एक तरीके से क्या करते हैं, दांत पीस लेते हैं ना, एकदम दांत पीस लिए वो वाला है। टू फॉर्म एट द वंस माउथ। टू फील लाइक अ फिश आउट ऑफ वाटर, फिश अगर पानी से बाहर आ जाएगी कैसा फील करेगी? अनकंफर्टेबल। तो इसमें क्या बोल सकते हैं? मैनी पीपल फील देमसेल्व्स लाइक फिश आउट ऑफ वाटर व्हेन दे आर ऑफर्ड टू एड्रेस अ पब्लिक असेंबली। अब टू फील लाइक अ फिश ऑफ वाटर, डिसगस्टेड, गलत हो जाएगा। डिसअपॉइंटेड, बेइज्जती थोड़ी हो रही है, मर जाएगी वो तो, तड़पेगी, बेचैन होगी। होमलेस, होमलेस मतलब कि बाहर भी जिंदा रह सकती है क्या? मतलब खाली पानी के बाहर थोड़ी रह सकती है, कंफर्टेबल रहेगी क्या बाहर भी? तो ये इससे ही पता चल रहा है कि आंसर होगा इसका अनकंफर्टेबल। ठीक है। टू बर्न अ होल इन द पॉकेट, यानी कि पॉकेट में ही होल। द मनी दैट इज स्पेंड क्विकली, इसका मतलब क्या है? बोलते हैं ना जैसे कि तुम्हारी जेब में क्या है? छेद है। टू बर्न अ होल इन द पॉकेट। डी आंसर इसका क्या हो जाएगा? सही हो जाएगा। ऑलवेज प्लान फॉर फ्यूचर हैज़ योर नेचर टू बर्न अ होल इन द पॉकेट कैन लीड यू इनटू फाइनेंशियल प्रॉब्लम्स। एल्बो रूम, क्या हो जाएगा? सी आंसर इसका सही हो जाएगा। टू गिव इनफ स्पेस टू मूव और वर्क इन। एल्बो रूम एक तरीके से पैर फैला के सोना। टू गिव इनफ स्पेस टू मूव और वर्क इन। इन बसेस पीपल ट्राई टू हैव एल्बो रूम टू बी कंफर्टेबल। टू प्ले फास्ट एंड लूज, बी आंसर इसका क्या हो जाएगा? टू बी प्लेफुल। टू बी प्लेफुल। द फिल्म इज वेरी एंटरटेनिंग इवन थो इट plays fast and loose with historical facts. At the 11th floor, यानी कि लास्ट, जहाँ पर भी 11th आ जाता है वहाँ पे 11th आवर यानी कि लास्ट मोमेंट। नाउ अ डेज Students work hard at the 11th hour of the examination. A committee has been established to select the cricket team. ये आंसर इसका क्या हो जाएगा? सही हो जाएगा. Prime Minister has established a CBI team to investigate murder case. The chief guest distributed the certificates to the players of the winning team. सी आंसर इसका क्या हो जाएगा? Gave away. सही हो जाएगा. The father the father has distributed his property among his sons. Our office has been decorated for the chief minister visit. डी आंसर इसका क्या हो जाएगा? डन अप इसका सही हो जाएगा. लाल किला is being decorated for the Independence Day celebration. He is always prominent in a crowd because of his height. ये आंसर इसका क्या हो जाएगा? सही हो जाएगा. Stands out. APJ Abdul Kalam was a prominent personality because of his intelligence and patriotism. अब आ जाते हैं 11th पे. If one aids and abets a criminal, he is also considered guilty of the crime. सी आंसर इसका क्या हो जाएगा? कल्पेबल. सही हो जाएगा. संजय दत्ता इज कंसिडर्ड गिल्टी ऑफ द क्राइम बिकॉज ही हेल्प्ड टेररिस्ट इन द ब्लास्ट. टू लुक क्विकली थ्रू अ बुक इज एन इम्पॉर्टेंट स्टडी स्किल. ये आंसर इसका क्या हो जाएगा? स्किम सही हो जाएगा. ऑलवेज लुक क्विकली थ्रू द पेपर बिफोर आंसरिंग द क्वेश्चंस. टू रिवॉल्यूशनरीज हैड टू मास्टर अप इनफ मैन टू अपोज द ब्रिटिश आर्मी. डी आंसर क्या हो जाएगा? इसका गैदर सही हो जाएगा. We all have to master up to fight against the crime against women in our society. For your safety and the safety of others, always pay attention to traffic signals. B आंसर इसका क्या हो जाएगा? हीड सही आंसर हो जाएगा. Always pay attention to the terms and conditions before investing money in a venture. Lifting the shoulders is a gesture that indicates lack of interest. D आंसर shrugging इसका सही आंसर हो जाएगा. Lifting the shoulders is not the way to solve the problems as we have to solve them with courage. Facts spoke louder than words. जो फैक्ट्स होते हैं बोल तो कुछ भी बोलते रहो लेकिन फैक्ट्स होते हैं वो वर्ड से ज़्यादा होते हैं. मतलब उनका ज़्यादा होता है. At the company meeting, where the director tried to paint a rosy picture of the company's financial health. Too many facts related to the good financial health of the companies were presented during the meeting. The company was not doing well financially despite the director saying otherwise. यहाँ पे लिखा है ना, पेंट कर रहा है रोजी पिक्चर ऑफ द कंपनीज फाइनेंशियल हेल्थ. रोजी यानी कि खूबसूरत. स्पेलिंग देख लेना हिंदी में जो भी होती है. बी आंसर इसका सही हो जाएगा. The director was very loud while presenting the facts about the company's financial health during the meetings. ये आंसर सही हो जाएगा. आगे पढ़ने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. Of course, the government have made all sorts of promises, but as we all know, facts speak louder than words. By initiating the fight with Sakshi in office, Kajal had killed the goose that lays the golden egg. By initiating the fight with Sakshi in office, Kajal had left her speechless. गलत है. Kajal had ruined her chances of success by picking a fight with Sakshi in office. B आंसर इसका क्या हो जाएगा? सही हो जाएगा. ये क्या लिखा है? गोल्डन एग. उसने क्या कर दिया? गोल्डन एग एक तरीके से फोड़ डाला. उसकी अपॉर्चुनिटी खत्म कर दी. If you sell your shares now, you could be killing the goose that lays the golden eggs. I let the chips fall where they may and do not worry too much about what I want to do next. I take calculated risk. I let others do what they want and do not interfere. I am clumsy. I do not try to control my destiny. I prefer chaos to calm. ये आंसर इसका क्या हो जाएगा? सही हो जाएगा. I take calculated risk. After trying hard to convince Narendra to change his ways, Raman realized that leopard cannot change its spot. The answer is सही होगा. Raman realized that Narendra would never change his way. A terrorist does harm people without thinking of humanity, as we know that A leopard cannot change its spot. Before starting work on our new project, our mentor told us to not count our chickens before they hatched. Our mentor warned us against being overconfident about achieving success. ये आंसर इसका क्या हो जाएगा? सही हो जाएगा. You may be disappointed if you count your chickens before they hatch. The old woman lied about her husband behind his back. In his absence, people are more dangerous who curse others behind their back, but falter before them to get benefits from everyone. He was called upon to iron out difference and bring about reconciliation between conflicting points of view. ये आंसर इसका क्या हो जाएगा? सेटल सही हो जाएगा. Kokila Ben called Mukesh and Anil to iron out the property dispute out of court. The rebels offered resistance for almost a month. सी आंसर इसका क्या हो जाएगा? हेल्ड आउट सही हो जाएगा. इसका मतलब हेल्ड out. The culprit offered resistance for 2 years in the case. He generally overlooked the faults of his subordinates. डी आंसर पास्ड ओवर इसका क्या हो जाएगा? लुक्ड ओवर का पास्ड ओवर सही हो जाएगा. I will overlook that remark if you leave now. At an early age, my colleague made his remark as a chemist was destined to be secured good marks, distinguished himself. सी आंसर क्या हो जाएगा? सही हो जाएगा. In the era of competition, every parent wants his child to make his mark. Has a child prodigy, so they are forcing them to indulge in so many activities. The thief was caught red-handed. ये आंसर क्या हो जाएगा? सही हो जाएगा. In the every act of committing the theft. In the very act of committing the theft, the minister was caught red-handed in every case. He decided to jump the gun and apply for the job before it was advertised in the press. ये आंसर क्या हो जाएगा? सही हो जाएगा. Be over hasty. The secretary jumped the gun and gave out the letters too soon. My neighbor was caught stealing. He now has to face the music. डी आंसर क्या हो जाएगा? सही हो जाएगा. Suffer the consequence of his actions. If someone commits a crime, he himself has to face the music after that. 60 for a kilo of onions. That's daylight robbery. Robbing during the day, robbing people on the basis of their income, unfair overcharging, cheating people with regards to the quality of food, expressing more from the rich. सी आंसर अनफेयर ओवरचार्जिंग इसका सही हो जाएगा. Mobile companies raise the price of internet and tariff. It is an absolute case of daylight robbery. Many Indian companies have invested in developing newer products and services, but their goal is usually to create inexpensive offerings on shoestring budgets. बी आंसर क्या हो जाएगा? सही हो जाएगा. स्मॉल सम ऑफ मनी. To fulfill the demands of his family on shoestring budget is like claiming the Everest for a middle class person. The party did not begin till 8, but we are early birds and got to the hall at 7:30. ये आंसर क्या हो जाएगा? सही हो जाएगा. The first to arrive. Early birds are always encouraged and promoted in the life and career as they get the attention of their seniors. The Smiths are trying to find a hotel for the night and we are in the same box. सी आंसर क्या होगा? सही हो जाएगा. In the same condition. You cannot put everyone in the same box as they have their different priorities and problems. Michael has not kept his word so many times that I cannot trust him anymore. सी आंसर क्या हो जाएगा? सही हो जाएगा. Failed to keep his promise. People never believe on those who don't keep their words. The actor's family was completely knocked over by the news. बी आंसर क्या होगा? सही हो जाएगा. Completely overwhelmed. After receiving the news of being nominated for Bharat Ratna, Sachin Tendulkar was completely knocked over. Raman is the best player that our team has, and in the big games against the best players, he takes no prisoners. सी आंसर सही हो जाएगा. रमन is very cautious and plans every move while playing in the big games against the best players. In his competitive exams against the circumstances, Rohit takes no prisoners. By revising the tax code, the government would be opening a Pandora's box. The government would be inviting the public wrath on revising the tax code. Along with the revision of the tax code, the government would get several other unknown benefits. The government would be inviting a series of unforeseen troubles by revising the tax code. सी आंसर इसका सही हो जाएगा. पैराडॉक्स बॉक्स अ सोर्स ऑफ अनसीन ट्रबल. पैराडॉक्स बॉक्स यानी कि पता नहीं उसके अंदर क्या हो, क्या निकले, क्या बात बोल रहे हैं. These policies might open a paradox box of infantry wage claims. Anuj had made a huge mistake in the presentation about his company, and thus his immediate boss took him to task. ये आंसर क्या हो जाएगा? सही हो जाएगा, कोई भी सही नहीं है. To scold someone. Took someone to task मतलब to scold someone. The father took Meal to task for her bad behavior. Ritu tried her best to convince the villagers to open a school for the children, but it looked like she was beating a dead horse. सी आंसर क्या हो जाएगा? सही हो जाएगा. Ritu's effort of trying to convince the villagers to open a school for the children did not look like it would succeed. Beat a dead horse, the waste time by doing something that has already been attempted. Do you think it is worth sending my manuscript to other publisher, or I am just beating a dead horse? Left to his own devices, Mahesh would hire someone to do the dirty work of washing dishes. If Mahesh were allowed to do as he wished, he would appoint someone to wash the dishes. Leave to his own devices to allow someone to do as he or she please. Left the child to her own devices for an hour. Runs down. E. None of these. Run down to stop because of the lack of force or power. The battery ran down, causing the clock to stop. Stand over. B. Postpone. Stand over, postpone. We are tried to talking about the matter, so we stood it over until the following meeting. Knocked up. ये आंसर सही हो जाएगा. Knock up, injure or damage. This coffee table got all knocked up in the moving van. Makeover. ये आंसर क्या होगा? सही हो जाएगा. Makeover, renovation. Daily transportation needs makeover to be more attractive. Work on. D आंसर सही हो जाएगा. Apply force to. Work on, apply force to. You need to work on your handwriting. Although Ravi felt lonely in his fight against the and he decided to take the bull by the horns. सी आंसर क्या होगा? सही हो जाएगा. रवि decided to put forward all his courage and strength. Take the bull by the horns to do something difficult in a determined and confident way. Why don't you take the bull by the horn and tell him to leave? As the situation got out of control, the Speaker of the Parliament tried to put oil over troubled waters. ये आंसर सही हो जाएगा. The Speaker tried to calm the situation. Put oil over troubled waters. Attempt to calm a problematic situation. The twins are quarreling, so I'd best go. Put oil on troubled waters. The researcher tried his best to explain the importance of his new discovery to the panel members, but soon realized that he was casting pearls before a swine. The answer सही हो जाएगा. He realized that the panel members cannot appreciate his findings. Casting pearls before a swine, to waste something good on someone who does care about it. Giving him advice is just casting pearls before swine. He doesn't listen. The chairman had to eat a humble pie after the workers decided to go on strike to protest against the based promotions. The answer सही हो जाएगा. The chairman gave up his pride and apologized for the mistake. To eat a humble pie, to apologize. The producers to the advert had to eat humble pie and apologize for representing the fact, facts. The bankrupt organization has been handed over to its new owners, lock, stock, and barrels. Only a few departments of the bankrupt organizations have been taken over the new owners. The new owners have bought the bankrupt organization for a very nominal amount. The owners have bought the bankrupt organization in a hurry. The new owners have completely taken over the bankrupt organization. डी आंसर इसका क्या हो जाएगा? सही हो जाएगा. Lock, stock and barrel to the greatest or most complete extent wholly. An estate that was auctioned off. Lock, stock and barrels. ये 50 के बाद का करेंगे अब कल.